Hi, this is Greg Schmaus from Healing 4D, and today I'd like to share with all of the Holistic OBGYN podcast listeners and all of Nathan Riley's followers a very simple healing practice, a very simple meditation practice, and a very simple clearing process that I'm going to take each one of you through that's very related to the podcast that Nathan and I just released today. So today we released a podcast exploring the 4 survival archetypes, which are the child, the victim, the saboteur, and the prostitute. So I highly recommend listening to that podcast. And today I'm going to take you through a little bit of a healing process related to healing self-sabotage. So we're going to get to know that saboteur archetype inside of us a little bit better, a little bit deeper, and we're going to create a little bit more intimacy with these archetypes within us. So whenever you have a moment, a quiet moment, I'd recommend finding a nice comfortable seat, seated with good upright posture. And whenever you're ready, we're going to have the eyes closed. And as we close the eyes, to start, we're just going to bring our awareness to our breath. We're going to bring our awareness down into our belly. And we're just going to follow a few belly breaths. So as you inhale, the belly rises. And as you exhale, the belly falls naturally. And just following a few breaths, simply following that rising and falling in your belly. Now we're going to set the intention of connecting with our saboteur archetype. So part of this process is going to be quite intuitive, using some active imagination, and just allowing yourself to ebb and flow with whatever rises up. There's no wrong answers here. So as we set the intention of connecting with our saboteur, see if we can locate that archetype in or around our body somewhere. You might feel this archetype in your belly. You might feel it up in your chest and your throat. Or whenever we notice ourselves sabotaging, what do we experience in the body? And that's where we locate this archetype within us. For me, I feel it between my chest and my throat. Notice what it feels like. Notice what that sensation is. For me, it feels like it's getting a little locked up inside. And as you connect with that sensation in the body, notice how you feel towards this archetype. Notice how you feel towards your saboteur. Do you feel connected and open and curious getting to know it? Or do you feel judgmental or even resentful towards it? Maybe even shame around the ways in which we've sabotaged ourselves. But either way, just noticing how you feel towards this part of you. And then seeing if you can get to a place of open curiosity where we can get to know it a little bit better. And as you step into that open curiosity, just exploring, how does this part of you feel? How does your saboteur feel? Does it feel a lot of fear? Does it feel a lot of shame? What emotions does the saboteur feel inside of you? And if you asked it this question, what are you afraid might happen if we didn't sabotage? Just notice what rises up inside of you. Ask the question, what are you afraid might happen if we stepped into our power? Notice what rises up inside of you. And once again, there's no wrong answers. And asking this part of you this question, how old was I when you were assigned to this role as the saboteur, as a way of protecting me? And notice what age rises up in you. And now we've arrived at your child archetype. Now see if you can now locate the child archetype somewhere in or around your body. For me, I feel the child archetype in my belly. And notice how this archetype, how this part of you feels. And what you notice is the saboteur is there to protect your inner child from whatever he or she was most afraid of. And then whenever you're ready, just for a moment, you're going to open your eyes and you're going to start tapping on the sides of your hands. And as you start tapping, almost like a karate chop, you're just going to repeat out loud after me, even though I feel all of this fear and this need to sabotage myself, I choose to love and accept myself and begin to let go now. Now tapping with your middle 3 fingers at the top of your head. All of this fear that I feel in my body. Between your eyebrows, what am I so afraid of? What am I so afraid might happen if I didn't sabotage myself? Tapping on the sides of your eyes, what am I afraid might happen if I stepped into my power? Under the eyes, all of this fear. What am I afraid might happen if I lived according to my truth? If I lived true to myself? Under the nose, what am I afraid might happen if I spoke my truth? Under the lip by the chin, what if I disappoint somebody? What if I trigger somebody? What if I upset somebody? What if I fail to meet their expectations of me? What might happen? Will they reject me? Judge me? Or abandon me? All of this fear. Now on your rib cage, almost like under the armpits, all of this fear that I feel in my body. It's understandable why I feel this way. I get it. But I'm also ready to let go now. Tapping on the sides of the hands again, even though I've been feeling all this fear and sabotaging myself just to protect myself, the child inside of me. I choose to love and accept myself and fully let go now. Once again, top of the head, letting go now. Letting go of all this fear between the eyebrows. Although I understand why I've been feeling this way, I'm ready to let go now. I'm ready to step into my power. Live according to my truth. Speak my truth, no matter how it's received. I'm no longer responsible for other people's disappointments, other people's expectations, or other people's experience of me. I'm ready to live in full alignment with my empowerment and my potential. So even though I've been feeling all of this fear and protecting myself with patterns of self-sabotage, I choose to reclaim my power and live according to my potential. On your ribcage, under the armpits, letting go now. Letting go of all this fear. Acknowledging the child inside of me who's been feeling this for so long. But now that he or she is safe, that we're home, that we're whole, we can finally let go and be our fullest, most empowered self. One more time. So even though I felt all of this fear and had all of these patterns of self-sabotage, just as a form of self-preservation, I choose to fully let go, and so I am free. So now just pause the tapping, close your eyes, bring your awareness back into your body, and just connect with those two parts of you, the saboteur, the child, and just take note how the energy of them feel inside of you now after doing some of that tapping, some of that clearing. And now you have a more intimate relationship with these archetypes. And you can get to know them, connect with them, parent them, empower them as we let go of the old contracts and step into the new versions, the new ones, the updated ones, the ones that are in alignment with our power and potential. So just feeling your feet on the ground, taking a few breaths from your belly. And whenever you're ready, opening your eyes. So there's a little healing work, a little clearing work to go along with our podcast together. So I hope you guys have a listen to and enjoy the episode. And in the show notes, you'll see my website, healing4d.com. If you'd like to do some more work together, if you'd like some support with your archetypes and really stepping into your own empowerment, I look forward to supporting your healing, your highest evolution. I look forward to connecting with you there. Bye-bye.